Okay, so good morning po. So for our topic for today is regarding projectile motion, wherein projectile motion is under the two-dimension motion of a particle or body. And by the end of this topic, you will be able to describe the horizontal and vertical components of the velocity and displacement of a projectile. And also, to be able to numerically describe the various features associated with the projectile's trajectory. And you will be able to use also the kinematic equations, so which already derived in our first topic, to analyze and solve horizontally launched projectile problems. Okay. So, motion in a plane is also referred to as motion in two dimensions. For example, we are having a circular motion or projectile motion. So, they are under two-dimension motion. And for the analysis of this type of motion, the reference point will be made of an origin. So, that will be your starting point. And with respect to two coordinate axes, the x and then the y. And one of the most common example of this motion is the projectile motion. No, projectile motion or in two-dimension motion, it could be a curvilinear motion. A curvilinear motion that is traveling in two dimension. No, and that curvilinear motion could be projected vertically or it could be projected horizontally. If it is projected vertically, that is a projectile motion. No? At kapag yung pagka-curve ng motion natin is with respect to horizontal, that is under circular motion. No? For example, this is our y-axis, this is our x, and this is z-axis. Kumbaga, yung projectile motion, yung pagka-curve niya ay with respect to x tsaka with respect to y lang. No? And then, yung circular motion naman, yung pagka-curve niya ay with respect to x tsaka with respect to z-axis. No, kumbaga, makikita nyo lang yung pagka-curve ng circular motion natin kapag titingnan nyo siya sa taas. No? So now, we will be dealing first a curvilinear motion with respect to vertical, with respect to x and then with respect to y. And that is pertaining to projectile motion. No? So, projectile refers to an object that is in flight after being thrown or projected. In a projectile motion, the only acceleration acting is in vertical direction only. No? And with respect to horizontal motion niya, at the same time na nagtatravel siya vertically, that is under constant velocity motion. No? At yung kanyang constant acceleration with respect to vertical direction, that is due to gravity. And then, equations of motion therefore can be applied separately in x-axis and then y-axis to find the unknown parameters. So later on, if we will be deriving the formulas, we will be deriving the formulas separately with respect kay horizontal motion and then vertical motion niya with respect to x and then with respect to y. No. Now consider this figure below. If this is our initial point for the projectile path of a particle or body, and that will be projected at an initial velocity VO, and then projected at angle theta with respect to this horizontal axis, tendency nun, magkakaroon siya talaga ng projectile motion. No? And then, if this is inclined, the initial velocity, makukompute natin yung components niya along x-axis and then y-axis. So, VOX, yung theta katabi niya, therefore, we will use cosine function. Diba? Component method lang. Alam na alam nyo na yan. And then, VOY will become VO sine of angle theta. This will be your initial point. Now, these points could be the final point of a particle or body. No, along this projectile path. No, etong point na to, that will be the highest point that the particle or body will reach along the projectile path. No, say that is point A. At point A, highest point yan, magkakaroon lang tayo ng highest point if the y component of the final velocity is already equivalent to 0. Kapag may value pa tayo niyan, Vy, hindi pa yan yung highest point natin. Magiging highest point lang daw if the y component of final velocity is equivalent to 0. Nandun na tayo kay point A. No? And this point, let's consider this as point B. And that point B will be our general path for the motion of projectile motion. Yung point B na yan, po pwedeng na kay point A, po pwedeng nandyan, po pwedeng nandito, po pwedeng nandyan, anywhere in this path mismo. At yan mismo yung magiging general form natin mamaya for the derivation of formulas. Now, if this is our initial point, ito yung magiging final point natin. If we will be projected the 2 points, para makuha natin tong distance na to, and that will be the horizontal displacement between the 2 points. And that is considered as x. No? Then, kung iproproject natin tong final point dito, and then yung initial point, pag ganyan, makukuha natin yung vertical displacement ng dalawa. And let that be equivalent to y. No? And then, meron din tayong point dito. Pwede nandito yung final point din natin. Say that is point C. And that point C could be the farthest point that the particle or body will reach, provided na hindi na siya po pwedeng bumaba. No, kapag po pwede pa siyang bumaba, hindi yan yung magiging farthest point natin. And at point C, kung i-project natin siya vertically, kung kunin natin yung vertical displacement ng dalawang yan, wala. No, that will be equivalent to 0. Dahil yung initial point natin dito, at saka yung point C natin, is of the same level. So, vertical displacement y will be equivalent to 0. No? And then, yung horizontal displacement x, magiging horizontal displacement r. Or the, what we call, range. No? Pag sinabing range, the farthest point the particle or body will reach, provided na hindi na po pwedeng bumaba yung particle or body natin. No? And then, may mga instances naman na nandito yung final point natin. Say that is point D. Wherein, yung final point or final position is lower than the initial point. No? And if that is the case, yung vertical displacement niya na y will become a negative vertical displacement. Dahil pababa yung direction. From the initial point to final point D, that is having a direction downward. So, that will become a negative displacement. No. So now, let's analyze separately the motion. First, the vertical motion. Ang sabi natin, when it travels vertically, it has a constant acceleration motion. No. So acceleration with respect to vertical y, that is due to gravity daw, gravitational acceleration. But then, kung ito yung motion niya, projected siya pataas, that is opposing the motion of gravity. Diba? So, AY will become a negative value of gravitational acceleration. And that is constant. Diba? And then, sabi nga kanina, you will be able to use the kinematic equations. At nandiderive na natin yun, diba? Ano ba yung mga tatlong kinematic equations natin nun with respect to constant acceleration motion? First one, final velocity equivalent to VO plus AT. And then S equivalent to VOT plus 1/2 AT squared. At yung pangatlo naman, that is V squared equivalent to VO squared plus 2AS. Now, analyzing the vertical motion, Now, analyzing the vertical motion of a particle with respect to projectile path, final velocity, initial velocity, then acceleration, and then displacement is a vector quantity. No? So, kung i-analyze natin yung vertical motion, we will be using their vertical components also. No? So, final velocity will become Vy, initial velocity will become Voy, plus acceleration becomes Ay. Yung time, that is a scalar quantity. So, wala yung x, wala yung y component. Wala yung direction. No, but Ay is negative g with respect to vertical motion. So, substituting, Vy will be equivalent to Voy minus gt. That will be the first formula to be used in the general path of the motion of a projectile motion. No, for this formula, ang diniderive natin is at any point B. In general form natin. Now, yung point B na yon could be anywhere at the projectile path of a particle or body. No? And then, next formula or next kinematic equation, S. And S is displacement. No, and displacement is a vector quantity. Since we are analyzing vertical motion, that displacement will become a vertical displacement y. No, equivalent to VO, again, vector quantity yan. We'll be using VOY multiplied by time plus 1/2 AY multiplied by T. Again, AY is negative G. So, substitute lang natin. So, vertical displacement Y will become VOYT minus 1/2 GT. This is squared. Quantity squared. Another formula to be considered. Now, the third kinematic equation. Final velocity, initial velocity, and acceleration, they are all vector quantities. So, gagamitin natin yung y component niya dahil ina-analyze nga natin yung vertical motion. So, that will become Vy squared equivalent to VOy squared plus 2AY. Displacement is also a vertical or vector quantity. So, we will be using vertical distance y. No. But again, AY is negative G. So, substituting, Vy squared will be equivalent to VOy squared minus 2GY. No? So, another formula. So, that will be the three formulas to be used with respect to the vertical motion of a particle or body in a projectile motion. No? How about for the horizontal motion? Sabi natin, habang nagta-travel vertically, with respect to constant acceleration motion, it will travel horizontally with respect to constant velocity motion. No? At pag sinabi natin constant velocity motion, acceleration is equivalent to 0 horizontally. No? So, if we will substitute this parameter in our kinematic equations, since we are analyzing horizontal motion, again, final velocity, initial velocity, acceleration, we will be using the horizontal components. No, for the horizontal motion. So, that will become Vx equivalent to Vox plus Ax multiplied by time. But Ax is 0. So, Vx is equivalent to Vox, or the x component of the final velocity will be equivalent to the x component of initial velocity. And from this formula, we can say that it will travel at a constant velocity motion horizontally. No? And then, second, kinematic equation S. S, VO, acceleration are vector quantities. Analyzing the horizontal motion, they will become, or we will be using the horizontal components of these vector quantities. No? So, S will become X, horizontal displacement. VO will become VOX multiplied by time. And then, A will become AX. So, that will become 0. No? So, wala nang katuloy yun. So, X will become VOXT. No? And then, this formula, yung pangatlo, kapag dinerive natin, mag-arrive lang tayo with respect to this formula also. So, hindi na natin siya i-substitute. No? So, basically, meron tayong 5 general form of formulas for the path of a particle or body in a projectile motion. No? Yung iba, diniderive nila yung relationship ng vertical displacement and then horizontal displacement. Para kapag may mga problems relating these two parameters, direct substitution na sa formulang iyon. Hindi na sila gagamit ng dalawang formula. And to do that, paano ba natin ma-relate yung ating dalawang formula na yan? Yung ating horizontal tsaka vertical displacement. Ano ba yung common parameter nilang dalawa? Ang yung common parameter nila is time. No? So, for the time of horizontal displacement, i-equate lang natin yung time niya kay time ni vertical displacement. And to do that, For this formula, time is equivalent to x over v o x, di ba? And v o x is cosine or v o cosine theta. So substituting this value in our vertical displacement formula, therefore, y will become VOY. Ano bang VOY? VO sine theta. No, multiplied by time, and time is x over VO cosine theta minus 1/2 g, and then t is x over VO cosine theta quantity squared. So simplifying further, y will become VO over VO cancelled na. So sine theta over cosine, that is tangent function. So this will become x tangent theta. No, minus 1 times g is g, multiplied by x squared over 2. VO cosine theta quantity squared is VO squared cosine squared theta. This will be the relationship formula for the horizontal and vertical displacement. No. So, kung i-sum up natin, meron tayong 6 na formula na gagamitin dito. But then, may pinadaling gawain daw. Lalo na kapag ina-analyze daw natin yung highest position and then the farthest position at point C. And if that is the case, analyze first at point A. Ang point A natin is the highest point of the projectile motion, di ba? As shown in our figure kanina. At yung highest point na yun, y component ng final velocity is considered as 0. No? At yung vertical displacement na y will become vertical displacement h. So, ano ba yung apektado ng dalawang parameter na ito? So, titingnan natin yung general form of formula natin. Vy, apektado nito, yung ating at point A. No? So, apektado tong formula ito dahil Vy will become 0. Yung y, apektado din dahil yan ay magiging vertical distance h. So, doing that, gamitin muna natin yung Vy equivalent to Voy minus GT. And Vy will become 0 daw at highest point. So, that is equivalent to Voy minus GT. No? So, ilipat mo to magiging positive GT and dividing both sides by G, the time or duration will be equivalent to Voy over G. Yung duration na yan, yung duration ng particle or body from the origin, starting point, up to the highest point. Or what we call TH. No? So, derived formula na to. Magagamit nyo lang formula to kapag pinapakuha yung duration papuntang highest point. No? And then, ano pa yung mga formula na apektado? Apektado ng y. So, we have the formula y equivalent to VOYT minus 1/2 GT squared. No? So, y is 0 for the highest point, or y is h for the highest point, and then VOY time will be TH, and that is equivalent to VOY over G minus G over 2, time is VOY over G quantity squared. No, so simplifying further, H will be equivalent to VOY squared over G minus ito, G VOY squared over 2G squared. So, cancelled na to, di ba? May natirang isa. So, 1 whole ng VOY squared over G minus half of VOY squared over G. So, magiging 1/2 lang tayo, di ba? So, H, or the highest point, will be equivalent to VOY squared over 2G. Derived formula for the H. No? Okay. Now, consider the farthest point. Derive muna naman natin yung at point C natin, which could be the farthest point that the particle or body will reach, provided na yung point na yun ay hindi na po pwedeng bumaba. No, hindi po pwedeng maging lower than the initial point. No, ano nangyayari kay farthest point at point C? Vertical distance y will be equivalent to 0. Diba? And then, horizontal distance or displacement x will become range r. So, ano yung apektado ng dalawang parameter na yan? No, affected yung formula kay y equivalent to VOYT minus 1/2 gt squared. Diba? And y will become 0. No? Dividing all the terms by 0 or by t, magka-cancel yung t dito. Ito, magka-cancel yung isa. So, that will become VOY minus GT over 2. No? So, ito lipat nyo lang magiging positive sa kabila and then compute for the time or duration. And then by cross multiplication, that will become 2 VOY over G. Yan naman yung time or duration ni particle or body starting from the initial point papuntang point C. No? Or TR. And then, VOY over G is TH, di ba? So, TR is twice the value of TH. Dahil kung mapapansin natin yung projectile path natin, parang mirror lang sa axis na to. Kung ano yung time mismo ni particle from this point up to highest point, yun din yung time niya from point A to point C. So, from this point to point C, magiging twice lang. No? Okay. Saan na pa yung apektado? Affected din yung formula ni horizontal displacement x. Magiging range r daw. Ano ba yung formula ng x? That is VOXT. No? And x will become range r equivalent to VOX, which is equivalent to VO cosine of angle theta. No? And duration, that is TR, which is 2 VOY, and VOY is VO sine theta over G. No? So, simplifying further, range R will be equivalent to VO times VO, that is VO squared. 2 sine theta cosine theta, it has a trigonometric identity. Double angle, di ba? That is cosine of 2 theta over G. No, and that will be the derived formula for the range R. No. And then last point to be considered at point D. Pag sinabing at point D, if the final point is lower than the initial point. No. If that is the case, ang formula ng vertical displacement y magiging negative displacement y lang daw siya. No. So, yung mga formulas natin kanina for y, kay general form, yung mga y dyan, magiging negative lang yung value niya. No? Lalagyan lang siya ng negative sign kapag ang kino-consider natin ay final point lower than initial point. No? So, these are your considerations with respect to the projectile motion of a particle or body. At para mas maintindihan natin yung topic natin, let's consider a sample problem. Okay, so we have here problem number 1. A stone is thrown from a hill at an angle of 60 degrees with respect to the horizontal with an initial velocity of 100 feet per second. After hitting the level ground at the base of the hill, the stone has covered a horizontal distance of 500 feet. Requirement, how high is the hill? So, analyze the given problem and then let's draw the figure. Meron daw tayong hill. And then, at the base of the hill, meron tayong level ground daw. No? And from the hill, at this point, there is a stone that is projected at an angle of 60 degrees with respect to the horizontal. No? Naka-incline yung projection niya. And that is with an initial velocity of 100 feet per seconds. So, if that is the projection, tendency nun, magkakaroon talaga tayo ng projectile motion once na pinakawalan na natin yung stone. No? So, it will reach the base of the hill at this point or at the level ground at the base of the hill at this point. No? So, that will be your final point. And if you will see the figure, final point is lower than the initial point. No? So, may mga considerations tayo doon. Ano pang binigay? The horizontal distance covered is 500 feet, and that horizontal distance is the value of x. No? Hindi siya po pwedeng maging r kasi nga hindi naman magka-level yung initial point tsaka final point. So, let's consider that as x. And then, i-project naman natin initial point tsaka final point. So, mako-compute natin yung vertical distance between that 2 points, and that is y. No? And that is the height of the hill. Diba? Okay. Now, ang pinapakompute yung height. No? So, that is vertical distance y. And then, meron na tayong horizontal distance x. At meron na tayong relationship ng dalawang parameter na to. So, we can already use that formula. No? Ano yung formula yon? Y is equivalent to x tangent theta minus gx squared over 2 VO squared cosine squared theta. No? Pero, sabi nga natin kanina, final point is lower than initial point. So, yung mga formulas na containing y, magiging negative value of y lang siya. Gets po? So, ito yung formula, magiging negative lang yon. So, substituting now, that will become negative y equivalent to x. Horizontal distance is 500. Tangent of angle theta, 60 degrees, minus g. Since naka-feet per second yung initial velocity, we will use 32.2 feet per second square. No? And then x, again, that is 500, quantity squared, over 2. Initial velocity is 100, quantity squared. Cosine squared angle theta is 60 degrees. So, computing for the value of y, ito, ilipat nyo lang sa kabila, magiging positive. Then, ito magiging positive, ito naman magiging minus. So, what will be the value of y, which is the height of the hill? Kindly compute po.
$743 po.
Sorry, pakiulit po.
743.975.
743.97 feet.
975.
No. And that will be the requirement for this given problem. So, ganun lang. Direct sub lang po tayo. So, let's consider another problem. So, we have here, a shell leaves a mortar with a muzzle velocity of 500 feet per second. It is directed upward at 60 degrees with respect to horizontal. We have to determine the position of the shell. Pag sinabing position of the shell, o yung bala ng mortar natin, that is asking for the horizontal displacement and then the vertical displacement niya. No, from the initial position. It is asking for x and then y. And then determine also the resultant velocity 20 seconds after firing. And then how high will it rise? No. So let's draw the given figure first. O yung magiging figure ng ating analyzation. Assume natin ito yung mortar natin. And then merong shell dyan. Yung bala ng mortar. And that is projected 60 degrees with respect to horizontal. No. With a velocity of 500 feet per seconds. And that will be your initial velocity. If that is the case, magkakaroon tayo dyan ng projectile motion or projectile path for the shell of the mortar. No. At etong point na to, yan po yung pwedeng farthest point na marireach niya. No. Ang pinapatanong position niya 20 seconds after it was fired. So, hindi natin alam kung nasaan na siya 20 seconds after it was fired. Pwede nandito sa farthest point, pwede nandyan, pwede na kay highest point, pwede nandito. Papunta pa lang kay highest point. Since hindi natin alam, assume natin nandito lang. General form tayo. No, huwag kayong mag-assume na highest point na siya. And then, at this point na siya. Kasi hindi naman ni-require or sinabi sa problem. Okay. Assume natin nandito sa point na to at point B. And then, yung dalawang yan, merong horizontal distance, which is x, and that is the requirement. Also, meron sila vertical distance, which is y. No? Tingnan natin kung nandyan talaga. No? Check natin kung nasaan yung position. 20 seconds after it was fired. Para ma-check natin, i-check natin yung value ni time papunta sa range na to. Sa range point na yan. And that is TR. No? Para ma-assume natin or malaman natin na nandito talaga, dapat yung time na yan at point B will be greater than the time papunta kay highest point. And that should be less than or equal to papunta kay range point. Dapat greater than siya and then less than only. No. The time papunta dito sa assumption natin point B should be greater than the time papunta kay highest point, but that should be less than the time papunta kay range point. No. If that is the case, which is 20 seconds, tama yung assumption natin. Gets po? Now, kunin natin yung T-range. Ano ba yung T papunta kay range point? That is 2 VOY over G. Diba? And that will be equivalent to 2 times, ano bang VOY? VO sin theta over G. And that is equivalent to 2, ano bang VO? 500. And that is sine of angle theta, which is 60 degrees over G, 32.2. Ano yung T papunta kay range point po?
26.9.
Sorry?
26.9.
26.9 seconds. So, okay tayo dito, di ba? 20 is less than TR. No? And then, check natin TH. Kapag yung TH ay mas malaki kay 20 seconds, isabihin, nandito pa lang yung position natin. But if TH is lower than 20 seconds, tama yung assumption natin. No? Compute for TH. And TH is TR over 2. Dahil ang T-range ay twice ni TH. And that is 26.9 over 2, which is 13.45 seconds. No. Therefore, assumption of the position is correct. No. Tamang nandyan yung ating position 20 seconds after it was fired. Ngayon, pinapakompute yung x tsaka y. And also the resultant velocity o yung final velocity natin dyan. At yung final velocity, that is always tangent to the projectile path. So, nandyan tayo. Nakatangent siya kay projectile path na yan. At para makompute mo yan, kukompute natin yung x component ng final velocity and then the y component ni final velocity. Mapapansin yung y component ni final velocity directed downward. So, dapat makocompute natin mamaya ay negative value. No? And that is, pwede na natin i-assume na pababa na talaga yung particle natin. Nandito talaga. Dahil kapag naging positive yan, ibig sabihin, pataas pa lang yung Vy. Nandito pa lang tayo. No? Okay. So, first one, the value of x muna. The horizontal position. And that x is equivalent to Voxt. No? So, x therefore will be equivalent to Vox, which is 500 cosine of angle, 60 degrees, multiplied by the duration, 20 seconds after it was fired. So, x will be equivalent to cosine 60 is 1/2. 1/2 of 20 is 10 times 500, 5,000 feet. Tama ba?
Yes po.
Okay, now compute the vertical position, y. And y is equivalent to VOYT minus 1/2 GT squared. No, pwede rin yung y equivalent to x tangent theta minus GX squared over 2 VO squared. Dahil na-compute na natin yung x. No, kahit anong formula, basta related yung y, okay lang. So, y will be equivalent to VOY, that is 500 sine of 60 degrees. The time is 20 seconds minus 1/2 G is 32.2. Again, time is 20 seconds. Compute for the value of Y. Oops. Ano po yung value natin?
$2,220.25.
Okay, 2,220.25 feet. No. So this is the position of the particle. 5,000 feet from the initial point and 2,220 feet, 0.25 feet above the initial point. No. And then compute the final velocity. Yung final velocity can be computed using Pythagorean theorem. And that is equivalent to square root of Vx squared plus Vy squared. So, compute muna natin si Vx tsaka Vy. Ano ba yung formula ni Vx? That is equivalent to Vox, di ba? And Vox is 500 cosine of 60 degrees. Again, cosine 60 is 1/2, so that is 250 feet per seconds for Vx. How about Vy? Ano ba yung formula ng Vy? That is Voy minus GT. Diba? Po, pwede rin yung Vy squared equivalent to Voy squared minus 2GY. No. Any of these two formula or any of these two formulas po pwedeng gamitin. So, gamitin na natin to. Mas madali. Voy is 500 sine of 60. Diba? Minus G. That is 32.2 multiplied by the duration, 20 seconds. So, what will be the value of Vy? Dapat daw ay negative yung makompute natin dahil pababa na tayo. Ano po? Negative 210.99 feet per seconds. No. Now, we can compute the final velocity. So, using Pythagorean theorem, what will be the value of V? Paki-substitute na lang po. Square root of. Etong Vy na to, pwedeng sabihin na 210.99 directed downward. No, yung Vx, always projected to the right siya. No. So, substitute these two values in our equation, Pythagorean theorem, what will be the final velocity or resultant velocity?
327.13.
327.13 feet per seconds. And that will be the requirement of the problem. And then last requirement, compute for the height or how high will it rise. It is asking for the value of h. No? At yung vertical distance h na yan, dapat mas malaki yung value niya kay vertical distance y. Since highest point na siya. So, dapat na makocompute nating h is greater than 2,220.25. At yung h na yon, meron na tayong derived formula for that. And h is equivalent to Voy squared over 2g. Diba? Ano ba ang Voy? 500 sine of angle 60 degrees. And that is quantity squared over 2 times g, which is 32.2. So, computing for h, that will be equivalent to
2,911.49.
2,911.49, and that is in feet. No, which is greater than y. So, tama yung ating nakuhang sagot. So, these are your requirements for this given problem. So, any questions?